Today on Two Expats What the Fuck, Bogdan defines something in a lengthy fashion. I fall asleep. Bogdan says vegano, I graze a bit of grass. Germans pride themselves in their schnitzel. Bogdan likes eating sawdust, and I say dead fish. A lot. All this and more. Stick around. Two Expats What the Fuck? Your spiritual guide through Expatia. Disclaimer: in traces it may contain serious conversation. Hello and welcome to Two Expats What the Fuck. Hi Bogdan, how are you this beautiful afternoon?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm really excited about the podcast. Finally being able to record. It's been quite a few fucked up weeks. So now being able to record is quite awesome. It gives me so much energy. So yeah, how are you?
I'm happy for you because you really had a lot to do in these past couple of weeks, and I am sick as fuck. I have a cold and I breathe on my mouth. So if you hear this all podcasts,
it's a
I'll
pig.
apologize.
It's not Zolly, it's a pig.
Yeah, I'll apologize in advance. That's it. Sorry for that.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, really unexpected couple of weeks for me. But either way, are you sure you don't have the COVID, man? The new COVID?
No, because my nose is running and I do not have the normal. That is luckily not. I do not have the COVID signs. I have the normal seasonal flu signs. Luckily.
Okay. How is it with the testing in Germany? Do you do a lot of tests right now? Is it easy to get a test if you want to take a test?
In Germany, you can get a test from any supermarket. You just go in and with your groceries you get a test.
Yeah. Okay. Is it expensive though?
No, it's really cheap. I believe it's for one test is about €2, €2.50.
Oh, shit.
And for a pack of I have no idea. I believe 5 or 10. It's about €5 or something like that.
Yeah. So
I'm
you go
not sure
get
about
groceries and get like fucking 1,000
Yeah,
tests.
that's what I did. There's a supermarket which I will not name because they did not pay us.
I'm sorry. I cannot do that.
So there's this supermarket in Germany that has an app, and they give you free shit after an X amount of euros spent there. And I just got a COVID test for free from them.
Ooh.
And I have the COVID test here, but I'm so sure that it's not COVID that I didn't even test it because I got one shot and I'm waiting for the second one.
The vaccination. Yeah. Nice. I think I'm gonna get it vaccinated in next month, possibly, or at the end of next month. I think. Not sure yet, but we'll see. Hopefully, it's starting to move quite fast. Actually, here it's been slow, but never mind. So we were talking about groceries.
Yeah, today, and that's our topic for today. Food.
Yeah.
Food. Bogdan, are you a foodie?
A foodie. Okay, let's define foodie for me. What does foodie mean for me?
No idea.
Well, a foodie means a guy or a girl or a person or whatever they are, or whatever they identify themselves as. A human being that loves food, loves to eat, loves to think about food, loves to cook food. No, maybe not. I don't know. Nobody really loves to. There are people that love making food, but a foodie is someone that enjoys food in general. So I would say no. No, I am not a foodie. I don't really love food. I like food, and I definitely like a good hamburger. Hamburgers are one of my favorite things. I like a good hamburger, and I like a good pizza. But then again, I like eating at restaurants also.
So it's not a huge process or a ritual for you. You just eat to survive.
Not really. I appreciate when I get to eat something nice and good, but it's not on the top 3 things on my list.
Yeah.
So, are you a foodie though?
Not at all. You know me. I eat 3 things: bread, cheese, and beer. That's my diet.
I think it's like 5 things: bread, cheese, beer, and then you have bread with beer and cheese with beer, right?
Yeah, and sadly one is cut out because my doctor said that my cholesterol level is super extremely fucking high. And she was like, you need to cut back on your fats and your meats and I just looked at her and said, but you know that I'm a vegetarian. She just blocked, for a whole 30 seconds. She was just staring into nothingness. She was just like,
what?
Okay, then what's the problem? How did he get his cholesterol so high? Yeah. And I said, it's probably cheese. She looked at me and, how much cheese do you eat? And I said, about 1 kilogram a week, if it's a normal week. If I'm feeling hungry, then more.
If I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah. So I cut out cheese from my diet, and I am eating vegan cheese, which is approximately the same as normal cheese, but more expensive. And it doesn't melt the same. It melts like fucking lava. It burns you after 2 hours of melting. It's weird.
It's unsurprising that it's not cheap, and is very surprising that I think you like it.
Yeah, it's okay. I have absolutely no problem with it. So you could say I'm not a vegan, but I'm really close. Because if I buy a already frozen or a prepared pizza, if there's normal cheese on it, I'll eat it. But when I can choose, I'll choose vegan.
Vegano. Nice. That's
good. It's weird. And I'm over 100 kilos, so it's a really fun topic, when people meet me and I just say, hey, I'm almost a vegan, and they just fucking lose it. How did you get so big?
Yeah, how much grass do you eat?
Yeah, exactly. Do you graze all day or what?
Yeah, do you graze all day? You don't look like a cow, but you sure are as big as... I'm sorry. sorry.
Yeah, no, that was flattering.
No, I'm sorry. Let's go back to the subject. So the thing is, why we thought about talking about food is because I most of us like food, of course. Or food is usually a big topic everywhere, in any country. And when you move to a new country, things happen. Like for you, maybe you were used to some specific kind of cheese or brand of cheese in your home country, and then moving to Germany, you didn't find that, and you kind of had to make a journey to explore a bit to find a new cheese that is as good or better than the one that you liked before, right?
Although I have a better story. When I moved to Sweden, first time around, I was bloated for about a month. That every food that I got there just bloated me. I felt like a fucking balloon. I don't know what was in the food until my system just got used to it. I was like walking around and sorry, it's not me. It was fucking horrible.
No, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's not me. Oh shit. No. I'm good.
By the way, we are doing great talking about food and farting.
Well, I'm sorry. I think it's quite common actually. What do you get?
Yeah, this is a really manly perspective of food.
You put something in your mouth and then you get it out your ass.
Yeah, that's the process. What's your problem?
Yeah. Never mind. Let's stay on topic.
Try to focus.
Topic.
Where were we?
No, focus. Cheese guy. Yeah, I kind of recognize the same pattern, but for us first, we kind of, me and my wife went through a similar kind of thing when first moving from our home country, because there was a period of 6 months where my wife was supposed to learn the Swedish language in Poland, because you got some kind of a course in Poland for 6 months, really intensive to learn to speak Swedish before moving. And
and to all our Polish listeners, dzień dobry and kurwa.
And dziękuję.
Dziękuję.
Koniec. That's all I know.
And biedronka.
Oh yeah, I don't remember what that was, but I know that there was something.
It's a bug. What's it called? Ladybug.
Oh, it's a ladybug, right?
And the rest, supermarket chain as well.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're not supposed to promote brands, man.
Fuck it. So be a drunker, pay us.
Yeah, give us the money. So when we moved to Poland, we started noticing this. Like, oh shit, what's happening to my stomach, man? It's getting worse and worse by the day. Is it gonna stop? What's happening, man? So
I heard this
was
when people travel to India, but I didn't imagine that it would be universal.
Yeah. But I do think that because there's different food cultures everywhere, you know, you get different food.
Of course, and the bacteria in each country is a bit different. Even the benefic bacteria that we all have in our bodies that is good for us, it's a bit different, and that might throw you off balance a bit.
Yeah. It might be possible, or your intestines or whatever, but that's interesting. But what I was trying where I was trying to get to, what was interesting when moving to Sweden. Of course, we didn't know that much about the food culture of in Sweden. Just the IKEA meatballs, you know. That's all you know about Swedish food, you know. And when I was talking to you, what?
With lingonberry sauce or
yeah, lingonberry sauce, and that's it, you know. And then if you think about Germany, you think about bratwurst, or I don't know,
schnitzel,
yeah. I think of schnitzel as more like an Austrian thing.
Germans took it over as well. They pride themselves in their schnitzel. That sounded shitty, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. The schnitzel problem. Okay, yeah. So when we started, like we got there, we were like, oh shit, we're exhausted. We're just gonna sleep. And then the second day, like I'm talking about, like the first days getting there. The second day, we were trying to find a supermarket or some kind of a, you know, grocery shop, or anything like that. So okay, we found one. It was really close to us, like a couple of 100 meters. It was quite a big supermarket. I would say it's big for the town we were in. And we went in. We didn't understand shit. What is this? They have this kind of biscuit thing that's really crunchy and hard and dry, and it's supposed to be bread. What is this? It's not bread. And of course I'm talking about something that's called knäckebröd in Swedish.
I hate that shit. That's sawdust.
Yeah. But I started loving it because I actually like it now. Because the thing is, you kind of get to know the food itself and get to know how it's supposed to be used, what you're gonna eat it with, and then when you find out, oh, this is good with that and that and that, and you actually taste it and it's really good, and you're like, oh, that's how you're supposed to be eating it. Oh yeah, okay. And that was one thing, you know, that was one ingredient, one thing that we didn't understand first. And then I think what was next that was really blown blue. Yeah.
Yeah, not the really color,
blew our minds.
The action of blowing up.
Yeah, exactly.
In the past tense.
I think it was the amount of the variety of cheese.
I love that. I fucking love that in Germany as well.
How many different cheese you can find. Oh my god. Crazy. But then we didn't find one specific cheese that is quite specific in Romania. What's it called? Can I say it in Romanian? Yeah, burduf. Exactly.
Yeah, that's not a cheese. That's a... What the fuck do you call that in English?
I think it's cheese anyway. Some sort of cheese anyway.
Or cheese as well?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, the thing is, like, that was like the only thing you couldn't find. Anything else, any kind of cheese, that was there, you know. And we were blown away by the variety, you know. And then
sort of a soft cheese that's really salty. It doesn't have the consistency of cheese, but that's the only thing I miss here in Germany as well. It's
It's one of the best cheeses. It's, you know what, that cheese, we used to grill it with
mushrooms.
Yeah. You'd get those champignons, you know, the white ones or the slightly darker ones.
You'd fill it with
you'd fill it with
just
cheese.
You know what? Fuck it. Google it. Google what bourdouf is, and you'll know.
Yeah, but no, you'd fill it with the bourdouf cheese, and then you'd put
a bit of bacon on top.
A bit of bacon on it, and maybe a bit. Yeah, but maybe or a bit of pepper or something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
pepper is nice.
Red pepper on top of it. And then you'd grill it for a time, and it would melt so delicious. Oh my god, my mouth is watering, man.
Oh, by the way, a story. You know, I was camping, and we had mushrooms. We had this bourdouf cheese, and we just wanted to cook it or grill it, and we had no grill. We were in the middle of the fucking woods in Romania. What did we do? What the inventive Romanians do when they're in this situation? We found a discarded beer can, cut it in half, made it flat, punched a few holes in it, and used it as a grill.
Well, it worked, right?
It was delicious. It was beer marinated champignon.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's one thing I miss. Brânză de bourdouf cheese. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're just in the animation. We'll put a picture of the bourdouf cheese up there, so you'll see
though.
it. My only problem is that we cannot transmit taste through our podcast. Or I think it's better. How many shit we talk about here? It's better if we don't transmit taste.
Yeah, shit.
Shit. Oh, let's change subject. What is traditional Swedish food?
Oh yeah, I was getting there, man. Yeah, I was trying to talk about this kind of stuff.
Not in time, man.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man.
I can tell.
I always...
Smörgåstårta. The fucking most horrible thing on this planet.
I love it.
A cake made of dead fish.
No, it's not.
What the fuck is it then?
With a lot of vegetables and
dead fish.
Not crayfish. What are they called?
And dead fish.
You know, the small ones. Wait,
small dead fish.
Small dead fish. Let's see. In English, shrimp, man. It's shrimp. It's a shrimp pie, not pie. Sandwich.
It's cake.
But it's not a sandwich. Cake. It's a cake. It's not a cake.
Exactly. Imagine a birthday cake made of dead fish.
Made of shrimp. Think about it. Awesome. Oh my god, I love that shit. I love it. Wow. It's one of the best things ever. I know you don't like fish, man. I get it. It's fine. You're good.
Fuck me. It's horrible.
Yeah, I get sick. Yeah, maybe that would be traditional. But then again, they have some weird kinds of food, you know.
That blood pudding that I got that from Vikings. Is that traditional to Sweden, or it's more of a northern thing?
Yeah, maybe Nordic. I'm not sure, but I do know that it's quite. I do know that sometimes there's a lot of the same food that's traditional in different countries. You know, because you know, when we talk about sarmale, you know,
that's filled cabbages with rice and ground up meat.
Yeah, that's present in so many countries. Even here in Sweden, you can find them, or in Romania, Bulgaria. Koldomar.
Interesting.
Sounds Hungarian. I know.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Okay. I was just thinking, never mind. But what I was trying to say is that they do have something that it's quite traditional, present only in Sweden, I think. It's called the Surströmming. And that shit...
fuck me. Yeah, I know that shit. I never smelled it. Tasted
either.
It is a whole other level, but I've heard stories about it. It's like a fucking horror story, you know, that I've heard of it. I do not want it.
I'm not sure, but I think there's a law in Sweden that forbids opening a can of Surströmming indoors. I think you're allowed to open them only outdoors, or I'm not sure if you're allowed to open them in public. So it's
outdoors on a concert, you know, just in the crowd you open it.
If you Google Surströmming, I think we can
we'll write it down.
Yeah, we'll write it down.
We'll just spell it out for you.
If you Google that shit and see people's reactions, you'll understand. I think it's one of the most bad smelling foods.
In plain English, it's rotten fish. Fish smells bad from the get-go,
fish.
But if you rot it, I believe it's worse.
I believe the fish is. I'm not sure exactly what kind of fish it is, but I believe the fish is supposed to be like marinated in some way, and then you just throw it in a fucking hole in the ground. You cover it up. You leave it to rot for a year or something, some kind of like a stretch of time, which I'm not sure exactly how long, but you leave it to rot in the yeah, and then you put it in a can. Just think about it, and it's also considered a hazard because there's a lot of cans that exploded because of the pressure that's made inside of the fucking can because of all the rotting and the. Oh my god, that's
oh my god.
Yeah, terrible. So yeah, traditional Swedish food, Surströmming. Don't get it. Don't try it. I wanted to try it once, but I just backed away. I think it was the right call. I wanted to give it as a present to my father-in-law because he heard about it. Yeah, he wrote. No, I do love my father-in-law, man. But now at least. but he heard about this food and he was like, yeah, it can't be worse than whatever the fuck he said. I don't know. I was like, yeah, man, no worries. I can give you a can. It's not that expensive. It's just rotten fucking fish. It's really cheap. So
I'll make it for you. You know, I just threw a fish in the garbage can, wait a year, and give it to you.
Yeah, but I didn't get to do that, unfortunately. I will try to do it though. Let's see how he reacts.
Could you film it for the sake of this podcast?
What's it called? In research purposes, right? We're researching the effects of
in the name of
opening
science,
a can. In the name of science, exactly. Yeah, I could try to do that. Let's see. But how is it in Germany? What kind of a traditional food besides bratwurst and schnitzel? Schnitzel, yeah.
For me, at least, it's really bad because Germans are meat eaters. So all their traditional food is revolved around meat. And me being a vegetarian, I couldn't really try it out. So this podcast isn't very legitimate because I have no idea how that tastes. They might have great food, but I have no idea. The thing is, as a vegetarian, I know that their only vegetarian dish in restaurants is the Bauersalat. That's
which is
farmer's salad, something like that.
Okay, it sounds interesting.
Huge chunks of
cheese.
Yeah, some kind of huge chunk of cheese with huge chunk of pepper, huge chunk of tomato, and 2 pieces of salad thrown onto it. It's
okay.
Bland. It's weird. You know, it's as a vegetarian, and I've been a vegetarian for about a decade or so. In Romania, I've got better foods than in Germany. It's weird. They are meat eaters. They do not respect.
But then again, unfortunately,
my nation, my vegetarian roots.
I do feel like most Western world countries kind of have a small issue, a small problem. I would describe it as a problem because when I was a kid, I lived in the countryside in Romania with my parents, and my parents used to grow a lot of their own food, you know, a lot of like tomatoes, peppers, I don't know, anything you can think, beans, I don't know, salads, whatever you think about, like aubergine, or I don't know, a lot of things, everything you can think about vegetable that's common in Europe. We used to grow it, potatoes, I don't know.
That was normal that you grew it in the back garden, and you just
Yeah, it was normal for most people that were living in the countryside.
Yeah.
And then moving here, I noticed, or even moving in towns in Romania, I noticed that when you go to buy especially vegetables, when you go to buy them, they don't really taste exactly the same as I would say. They don't have the same, flavor, the same.
Yeah.
I would say, okay, they might have the same flavor, but not as intense. You know,
it's like a watered down beer.
Yeah,
I would
exactly,
describe
right?
it like that. You know,
it's
the same flavor, but it's extremely mild.
Yeah, like 10% of the flavor. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
You get the texture, you get the colors, you get the beautiful shapes.
Yeah, because
of
these fruit mess the ingredients that they get from the ground. You know, the sun they get from above, the dog piss they get from the middle.
No dog piss in my fucking backyard, man.
The dog piss gives it the flavor, man.
Okay, I get it. No, but I think that's a small issue. Because when we were talking about the farmer's salad that you guys have in Germany, I was just thinking, how would that maybe taste if Zoli were to make that salad from from a farm that grows shit in the ground, that grows vegetables in the ground? Would it taste different? Because you said it tastes bland, and I kind of like something popped into my head and said, yeah, I think everything tastes kind of bland, especially vegetables. If you go to the supermarket and buy them, it's unfortunate, but yeah,
that's how it is.
Yeah.
By the way,
it's no issue.
I may be off topic here, but as a vegetarian, I would describe German food as extremely bland. And in my radio show, because I've told you guys a while back that I had a couple of radio shows for Hungarians in Germany, I had a master chef on for a couple of shows, and we were talking with him as well, and he said that German food is really easy, and it's made for... it was conceived in such a way so that everyone can prepare it. And he said, he used this word a lot, it's really bland. You know?
Yeah, if you think about it, most likely because of the fact that historically speaking, the Germans had a lot of hard times, although right now they're on the height of their, like, economically or as a power. I think they've never been more powerful than they are now. Not trying to speak about the past too much.
Yeah, I believe I understand what you're saying. Is Germans aren't renowned for their hedonism, so they're not really. They did not really invest in food, so to say.
Yeah, but then again, I was thinking about that in relation to Sweden, because the Nordic countries don't really have a good climate. The climate is kind of harsh. Everybody kind of knows this.
And you have no soil. You have rocks.
Yeah, moving here, I noticed there's no soil. There's a lot of sand, and the soil is kind of poor. And when you find it, you don't really get a good depth on it. And I kind of looked into it a bit, and I noticed, because there was a huge migration of Nordic peoples in the Americas in like the beginning of the 20th century. And I didn't really understand why, but what they were doing was exactly what the Vikings were doing. They were looking for land, for fertile land to make good crops, because all they could produce was like fucking shitty small potatoes that weren't really that good, and something more maybe, but most of the cuisine in Sweden revolves around the potato, because that's mostly the thing that
most
actually
resilient.
grows a bit here. Potatoes and maybe some kind of, I don't know, not so many vegetables though.
Berries and meats, because meats did
think about IKEA, right?
You could grow meats in Sweden.
IKEA meatballs tells the story, man. You get the meat, you get the potatoes, and then you get the berries. So that is Swedish cuisine.
Okay, let's veer onto something positive now. Let's think about German cuisine. In Germany, I love that they have a huge selection of pastries.
Oh yeah.
Which, me loving
awesome.
bread is like
awesome,
a
right?
fucking paradise. Every bakery you go into, it's like nirvana. The only problem is that you cannot choose. You have so many options in each and every fucking bakery that you're fucking lost.
Yeah, exactly.
And
you take one of everything and you
exactly,
you
and
go
you're
out
broke.
and you're like, oh, I don't have any money anymore.
They have a huge warehouse
your
in the
stomach's full,
back,
man.
you know,
your stomach's full and you're happy.
And that's a German tradition. It's called. They have a little bread. It's like what do you call it? Little bread. It's miniature bread.
What's the name in German?
Sonntagsbrötchen. It's Sunday bread. It's a little. What do you put hamburgers in? A bun. That's it. A bun. Sorry, it's my mistake. It's sort of a
maybe.
bun, but it's better made. It's tastier. It's not so dry as a hamburger bun. And there are a few or a lot of options for it.
Yeah.
And that's a Saturday tradition in Germany. No, sorry, a Sunday tradition. You wake up, you go to the bakery, because that's the only thing open on Sundays, because all the shops are closed. You buy a Sonntagsbrötchen, you go home, you have breakfast, and you fill it with all sort of cheeses. And you're happy. And then you go hiking.
Yeah, exactly. To get the fucking fat off your ass.
It's a fucking nice tradition. And on Saturdays, if you're not a German, then you don't do this. But I think if you do the citizenship test, that this is one of the requirements, that you have to enumerate at least 20 types of pastry from a bakery in order to pass your citizenship.
Now I was just thinking, like, talking about food all this time right now. I'm not really that hungry right now because I just ate before.
But you're hungry right now.
But not really hungry, but I kind of like feel the need to eat something. Yeah. And I was like thinking in the beginning of our podcast, I told you guys that I don't think I'm a foodie, but right now I think Zoli just made me a foodie. I think this feels so good. Oh my god, thinking about food is not good. I don't know, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, it is. And by the way, about Germans, I've told you about the Sunday tradition. You know what the Saturday tradition is? I'll let you guess.
Can I guess? Yeah.
Yeah, you have three.
Drinking beer.
3 guesses.
Drinking beer. Drinking beer.
You're close.
And eating schnitzel.
Nah, not really.
No.
Older.
I don't know. Drinking.
Yeah, you were close with the beer stuff.
Beer.
Saturday morning tradition is go to a liquor store, get a case of beer and whatever drink you prefer, and wash your car. So in Germany, all car washes are next to liquor stores because that's the fucking Saturday routine. You know, you wash your car, get drinks, or get drinks and wash your car. Yeah. Your choice. You can improvise. You can. You're free to do whatever you want, until it's this 2 things in whichever order.
Well, when you started talking about what was it, Sunday tradition? The fact that you were always eating pastries and shit.
Yeah.
You know about food and sweets, and maybe in Sweden there's a really interesting. I don't know if I'm allowed to call it tradition. But what happens, at the end of the week, usually on Friday nights, you hang out with your family, have a good time, watch a movie, maybe drink some I don't know, wine, beer, relax, and hang out with your family. But the next day, on Saturday, right? On Saturday, or am I wrong? No, it's Saturday. Never mind. On Saturday, it's usually accustomed to go with your kids at the Godis store. What's a Godis store? It's like a candy shop. You go to the candy shop with your kids, and you let them buy whatever the fuck you want. Or they want, you know. If they want, like, they have 500, 1,000 types of different candy, and it's like one of those they can buy in the kilogram, you know. You can just pour as much as you want, and they let the kids buy everything like in the candy shop, and they go back home and it's candy day, and they eat so much fucking candy. And guess what? They do something similar as the Germans do. After they've done the candy binging fucking horror story, they are going out hiking. So they go out in the woods and they take a hike. So you put on a lot of shit and you take out a lot of shit. That's so cool. I like it.
It's similar, yeah.
Oh my god! I think I like this food topic. I didn't expect to think about it this way, but food is good.
You know, I did my research on German foods, and I took a few notes, but we didn't even get to them. Just ooh,
German food.
Yeah, that's extremely German, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I was thinking, how did like this thing? How long did it take for you to get used to the new food culture and the new kind of you know, the situation you were in? You have to find new food. Did it take a long time? Was it hard for you? Do you feel like it was impossible? Do you feel like, oh my god, I can't really find my bread. I hate every fucking bread in this fucking store. I can't find my bread. Did you have that feeling any time? Any point?
I believe it was. I had this feeling for about 2 weeks here in Germany until I did a bit of research and experimenting. But afterwards, I found out that in at least in breads, the Germans have the same taste as me.
Yeah,
I think it's extremely similar, because in Romania, for instance, the most popular bread is a really fluffy white bread,
and it's everywhere.
And I always got it cut up. You know, you can buy it with
slices
already sliced up, and I was used to munching it. You know, making us like making a snowball from a slice of bread. I always made a snowball and threw it in my mouth, and one slice, one bite. It was so airy. It was so nothing.
Food. What's it called? I think you're a food freak, man. You're a food freak.
But in Germany, I dare you to do that with any bread. I dare you to do it in a snowball, because you can't. It's so consistent.
I'm not sure
it's
that
so
there's
great.
so many people in this world that want to do that with their bread.
No, but I mean, it's more consistent. It's more filling. It's more.
Yeah,
it's more bread.
The consistency is. Yeah, I would say I kind of had a similar story, because it took some time to find bread, for example, right? Bread. I was like, oh my god, these guys. Do they eat only like sweet bread? Because what happened was they had like a fucking like 2 or 3 alleys with bread. They had so much bread, but I didn't notice that in the beginning, and I just went to the first one. And the first one, of course, was the sweet bread alley. I was like, what the fuck? They don't have like sourdough and shit. Oh, and it took a while, but what I felt was like I kind of got a bigger variety of options, if I were to say so. And then I kind of found that, but today I kind of want to try something else, or try a new one. And right now I do have a favorite, but I kind of switch around a bit. In Romania, I used to just eat the same kind of shit. Either I used to go to the bakery that was near me, because there was always a bakery quite close to you, and get the bread there, or just the normal bread in the store next to me. So yeah, but now it's quite nice. I think I like it. No, I was thinking that if I wouldn't have moved to Sweden, I wouldn't have seen this much much variety, and I think my stomach is actually saying thank you, because I got to explore so many new options, and I think right now I feel as a non-foodie. I feel that I am good, and I'm prepared to explore much more in the food world than I was before.
And honestly, I feel like that we've both been away so long from Romania that we've gotten used to food in Germany and Sweden, that if we go back and eat, for instance, gulyás or pacolleves, that is intestine food. What's that called in Romanian?
Ciorbă de burtă.
That's it, ciorbă de burtă. If we would try one of those, I think we would have diarrhea on all of our holes
instantly.
It would come out everywhere, because we just sort of gotten used to the food here. And I'm not.
Oh my god!
I don't say that these foods aren't great, but I'm saying that we've gotten soft.
Soft in the gut.
Yeah.
No, I'm starting to see a pattern here, man. We started with the 2 expats, 1 cup, and then we talked a lot about shit, and now we're talking about diarrhea. Oh well. I'm sorry for our listeners.
Yeah.
But I do love you guys. Please.
Yeah. For those of you who clicked on this video because you saw the thumbnail, which was filled with tasty food and us enjoying these tasty foods. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. It
wasn't
meant as a deception.
Some tasty foods like Surströmming, the fucking smelliest food in this fucking world, and then diarrhea, and yeah, it's good. I'm happy.
Yeah, we are extreme foodies.
Yeah, you can see that. You can hear that.
Yeah, okay, I think we covered everything. Or do you have...
I think it's a wrap for today, man.
Yeah.
But the food stuff, I do think we're gonna make a new food episode one day.
We'll do our research a bit better.
We'll try
the next episode
to do some research and try to exclude shit and Surströmming and stuff like that. I promise.
So, if you're interested in a new episode about Swedish and German cuisine without vomit and diarrhea, then subscribe to our channel and maybe we'll make a video of it.
Like, comment, and subscribe. That's what Zoli is trying to say.
I believe it's unlike for this episode, but fuck it.
No. Definitely like. Everybody loves food, man.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys, and see you next week.
Thank you for today. Bye. See you next week.